We've got zero NBA today for the first time in months, but don't worry, I got your back because I got a plus 230 Psycho MLB bet that has no chance of losing, probably. Welcome to SLOPSLOCKS MLB Picks Edition. It's Saturday, and I cannot wait to gamble. If you've never seen this show before, you're going to want to subscribe to the channel right now. I love betting sports. I love talking about betting sports. You like listening to people talk about betting sports. It just makes sense. So go ahead and do that right now. I'll even give you a second. I'll pause. While you're at it too, go ahead and like and comment too. That helps the algorithm. We're fighting this thing. I don't even know what an algorithm is, but we got to fight it, and likes and comments help, so do that for me too. Before we get to the bets, let's talk about yesterday. We hit another Psycho bet, guys. We've had two Psycho bets since we've had the segment. I don't know who told me to do that segment, but whoever that was awesome. Thank you for the suggestions. And if you have any suggestions, always send them my way, because look what happened with the Psycho bet. We're 2-0 on those. Our guy, Yuri Perez, first career start. I think he went for 7 Ks. We only had him at 6 Ks for like plus $1 million. So that was great. Kyle Bradish circled back, got back into the circle of trust. I knew he could do it, guys. I told you just to let him cook. He takes a second sometimes. Some guys just take a little longer to cook. Kyle Bradish did it. So shout out to him. JP France, not his fault. What are you going to do? And the stinker of the day, Matthew Boyd. Honestly, guys, I hated it. I knew we were in deep, deep trouble when he walked the first guy on 4 straight pitches. Everything looked good for that play, though. Like, literally everything. So I'm not going to change anything, but, man, that was very hard to watch because that was the one I really thought was going to win. I never in a million years thought we were going to have the Psycho bet just boat race the actual good bet, but hey, that's why it's a Psycho bet. Crazy stuff happens. Like any other day, we just need to move on to today. First guy I'm looking at, Hayden Wesneski. This guy is an absolute roller coaster ride, okay? But here's the thing. He got 6 guys in his last start. I get it was the Miami Marlins, but he did it on 84 pitches, which is pretty impressive. That's still pretty low, but I think he's going to be allowed to throw right about that. Last season, he was 88, 89. Those were his high pitch counts, so he's probably a sub-90 pitch guy. Whatever. It's fine. Again, he got 6. The issue with him is he can go way over or he can go way under, all right? We've seen him go as high as 7, and we've seen him not strike out anybody. He could be the new Brad Keller. Today, he's going to get the Minnesota Twins, and only one team in Major League Baseball has struck out more than they have over the last 2 weeks. That's the San Francisco Giants. Over those last 2 weeks, we've got 5 guys that have all struck out at least 27% of the time. We got Joey Gallo in the lineup. We've got Willie Castro, Michael A. Taylor. These guys are grade A, top-notch strikeout guys. Like, they look blindfolded up there half the time. Anytime you see them up, you know a strikeout is in play. So there is that. So let's hope we see all 3 of those guys. Still, there's a few other ones that are 20+% over the last 2 weeks. On the season, they don't do great in day games as well. We're talking 30+ K rate as a team. Not sure if they party, if they're going out. Who knows what they're doing the night before these day games, but they're not seeing the ball well during the day. This game is at 2 o'clock Eastern time, which means it's like 1 o'clock in Minnesota. So that's kind of key for a Saturday. That's why we're going to take Hayden Wesneski over 4.5 strikeouts plus 115. May God have mercy on our souls. All right, so I don't have a strong maybe for today. There really wasn't anybody that matched that. So we're just going to roll right into the Psycho bet. But before we do that, I want to tell you something. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have some time today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to live bet strikeouts. I've noticed recently, sometimes we get really, really good numbers if the pitcher doesn't strike out somebody in the first inning. Typically, some of these lineups have guys that don't strike out at the top of their lineups, obviously, because, you want guys on base and stuff. So if we get a situation where a guy doesn't strike out anyone in the first inning, I might jump on it. I'm going to do it live, though. So you're going to have to follow me on Pickit if you want to do that, if you want to follow along. Pickit is a bet tracking app that I use that just tracks all my bets. It's hooked to my sports books. You can see them if you're a user. It's a social thing, too. So if you do sign up and you've never used it before, use promo code SLOPSLOCKS. It just helps everybody. I get money for it. You get money for it. Everybody just gets money for it. It's awesome. Now, finally, the Psycho bet. It's going to be on a guy named Trevor Williams, okay? 5+ Ks, plus 230 at FanDuel. This is an absolutely insane thing to do. For starters, he's only done this once this season, but it was his last start, and it was against the Arizona Diamondbacks, who really don't strike out. On top of that, he's gone for 4 strikeouts in the 3 starts before that. I know for a fact that in one of those starts, his catcher dropped a foul tip. Would have been strike 3, would have been his 5th strikeout. Also would have won me the Thunderdome that night, so shout out to that guy. Like, way to go, buddy. He's getting close is all I'm trying to say. What makes this even crazier is today, our boy Trevor is pitching against the New York Mets. All right, they don't really strike out. In fact, over the last 2 weeks, only one team has struck out fewer times than they have. So that's not bad. But, they call it a psycho bet for a reason, okay? And this is psychotic. But we do have a lot in our favor right now. Trevor Williams has fanned a lot of these guys before. You're looking at the screen right now, those 5 guys. He's also got Lindor twice, too. The other thing is, the Mets are not great OPS in the last 2 weeks. They're not seeing the ball well. 5th worst in MLB. That's kind of big. On top of that, Trevor Williams just played for them last year. So he might actually hate them. Like, think about your former employee. Think about the last employer you worked for. You probably hate him. Let's hope we have that same kind of hate going for the Mets with Trevor Williams. Hate can actually be a good thing in a situation like this. Just know that watching this one is going to take a lot out of us. There's going to be times where you're going to want to throw your phone. There's going to be times where you're going to want to send some mean tweets to Trevor on Twitter. I say we hold up. Don't do it. Rein that in, all right? Relax. Get some control of yourself. Focus on what's important, and that's the plus 230 price tag. I got a feeling he's going to get that on his last pitch today, and that's all we can ask for a psycho bet. We'll see you guys tomorrow.